Dave, can we get any word at all?
Philanthropy.
Philanthropy. What's better than a corporate shill? A corporate shill who's got goodwill. I got all this money and something to say. All this money I am giving away.
I got all this money and I just can't wait. Where can I put this money? Maybe I'll donate to the local theater or the local museum. If you see a richer guy, hell, I'd love to see him.
Yeah, I'm the man, you see, call that philanthropy. I'm the man, you see, call that philanthropy.
I'm the man, you see.
Call that philanthropy.
I'm the man, you see, call philanthropy.
Am I gonna give you something? No, not today, because you have to have money to give it away. So unfortunately, you've asked a slob. I think my first philanthropy is gonna be getting a job.
You can have your opinions, but hey, just park it. I made a lot of money here on the stock market. Yeah, and I don't have cash, I don't keep that around. I've got all of my gold, and I weigh it in pounds.
I lost my family, call that philanthropy. I lost my family, call that philanthropy. I lost my family,
Call that philanthropy. I lost my family. Call that philanthropy. Won't you put my name above the theater, please? Won't you put my name on a brick? I need my name to exist in the universe, even long after I'm sick.
I don't really care about arts or drama, but I've got a donation. It is my trauma. It's the one thing that I've got in lumps, so everybody prepare for a trauma dump.
my name on a canopy, yeah, that's philanthropy. Canopy, yeah, that's philanthropy. It's a canopy, that's philanthropy.
Hey everyone, look at me, it's all philanthropy.
You know, overarching over everything.
Yeah.
That's a canopy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Wouldn't it be great to be rich and be able to give things to...
It sure would. That's why we're going to get rich off this podcast. Welcome, everybody, to Charm Scene, the most philanthropic podcast in all the scene.
We donate everything because we're not making any money.
I'm sitting across from one percenter. It's Austin Packer.
That's me, and she's the lowest of low class. It's Lily Ludwig.
His jokes are rich. It's Sam Scheidler on the keys.
Ooh, and this is my turn to come up with something really clever about Chris. Here we go. He has money. It's Chris Ditton on the drum. Was that good? Was that good?
That was
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you so
but
much.
we might need someone else to round out these jokes.
What are you talking
and
about?
thankfully, we have a guest on the podcast. We've got an actor, an improviser, a storyteller, an engineer.
You may have seen him in Baby Wants Candy in Shamilton at the Second City, or on tour on land and on sea with the Second City. You may have seen him at Bar Harbor Improvicadia or in the Clean Room at Purdue. It's the one and only Dave Lyzenga.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. So, longtime listeners to the podcast will know this is the part of the pod where we get to hear a story. We ask someone we know, a performer, comedian from around the Chicago improv scene, and we ask them to tell us a story about their time in the arts, whether that be like a first grade talent show or a weird show in a church they did last week. Dave, what kind of story do you have for us?
Yes. Okay. So I have a story about commerce and capitalism and
Perfect.
following your dream.
Love it.
If only because it's about, I think, the first time that I really encountered, like, what am I willing to push through and why?
Oh, and then we
Oh.
take the story and we make it into an improvised musical. Okay.
You're doing
Great.
so
Go
great.
ahead, Dave.
You're doing
Go ahead,
so
Dave.
Good luck
That was
to
my
all of
bad.
us. No. Whatever we do will be true to this theme then.
Yeah. Or you could just give us like an econ lesson. That'd be fine.
I'll do both. And it's
Will you do our taxes
ours.
for us?
I am not qualified to answer that.
Oh, so yes.
I am. I could
Yeah,
just
sure.
say no.
See, that's committing to something. And I
Okay,
don't
tell
know
your
about
story. We're done with our bits.
Okay, so all it is I lived in Grand Rapids, Michigan for college, and then I still go back from time to time doing shows there, but I started a sketch team with two other people, and we went on the road from like 2012 to 2013, which is forever ago already, which was like me quitting my engineering job, which you already mentioned.
Whoa.
Like, that's what I got my degree in, and I like used for food. And then, but like, I was like, you know what? It's time. Like, it's time for me to quit. We're going to go like all in on this. We can make just enough money to not literally die. So like, let's do it. And it was there was a guy, it was me and a friend who I graduated from college with, but then an older guy who had done a little bit, I think he was an understudy for Second City or something, but like to us, that was like a huge credit, and like, so he had been touring a show and working and living as a comedian for a while. And we were like, if he can do it, there's gotta be a way, like you're like desperate for like modeling. Anyway, so we like worked with this person. We got signed by his agency, which like represented like a cash booth, like where like the money flies around and people like that's the type of thing that they did. And then like a 90-minute sketch satirical comedy show.
Same thing, really.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we went to like a lot of 2-year universities and local colleges, and no shade to them, only just to give you like a painting of the type of person who had no idea that we were going to do a 90-minute lunchtime show in their cafetorium.
Especially when they're expecting a cash booth.
Right. Or a quiet day like of studying. So it just was a little comedy. Ego check like immediately that like everything we're like, well, this is funny. Like, why doesn't it work in the daytime?
Marty's knocking
Marty the
stuff
cat is just knocked a fake human skull off of the shelf.
I feel like Marty is playing the part of one of the students present.
This is what they thought of you.
Came to my home to do this.
He's gonna get hurt.
I'll get him later.
All right. Well, let's just keep talking, Dave.
Okay, we'll keep talking while Sam stands up to get this bad cat off the shelf.
Marty's being rambunctious today.
Bad little boy. He's
see if he'll meow into the mic.
Marty.
Oh no, he just claws the mic.
He just got his claws stuck in the pop filter is what he did.
Oh, that's really good. On key.
Second time.
The cat's real.
On the pod.
No, when he was a kitten, he meowed on the mic. So listeners, go back and hear his meow.
I think that was Anna Bortnick's episode.
That's an early
one.
You
all really remember that immediately.
It's wild. That's crazy though.
Yes. Okay. So the actual story part of this though is that the very first time that we went on like a long leg of the tour. So we had done like a couple test dates of this, and we had been doing like the fun version of this, which was going to festivals, and that's it, right? Because we had like regular jobs, and we were like, oh, we'll take our fun side project like sketch comedy and we'll go to Seattle for a weekend, or we'll go to like San Francisco. And that was a blast. And so we thought that was going to be like all of the normal life as a touring comedian.
We figured it out.
Right.
Yeah.
So after like the first night of like getting bed bugs in the hotel that we stayed at, which they didn't stick, they did bite, but they didn't like come with us, which was a blessing. We hit a deer and totaled our car immediately. And we had tried to like schedule in, and we did, well, spoiler, go to the Austin Sketch Festival as well. Like that was part of the leg of the tour that we're going to do, was to like fly there and then fly back to somewhere in West Virginia and make our way around. But we had to adjust everything because like in the middle of the night, on one of the nights, we just exploded a deer, and like it was the one,
and it totaled the car.
Yes, and it was like the person.
The deer.
Yes, it did. The deer did not was irrecoverable
Insurance
financially.
did not cover the deer.
The car mechanics rolled in. The deer mechanics rolled in.
I think they call a person. And, well, that's like a whole thing.
It's called a vet, Austin. Deer mechanic.
Deer mechanic.
No, there's a list you can sign up for to pick up roadkill. I'm not super familiar with it, but it's a thing. Anyway.
Oh, that's something my granddad would do.
Yes, right. I feel like everyone has a grand person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But so we
hit taxidermist.
He has a lot of hobbies.
Okay.
He likes to collect things. We'll talk about him another time.
Yeah.
I want that time to be now. But yeah, so we hit this deer and we found our way to get there anyway, like sleeping, like sitting down at like a restaurant because like there's like nowhere to go. Like we had to like wait for we had already missed our flight, but we needed to wait to like get the car towed and then like get a ride to the airport and then sleep on like the floor of the airport, like waiting for like enough like room on the flights to get there. And again, this is all for like ostensibly fun thing, but we've made it our job now. And so like, we're like committed, and we did all get there. We had to like take like 3 separate flights, one of them like connecting, but like it felt like miraculous that we made it in time to do our like little 30-minute set or whatever at the Austin Sketch Festival. And unfortunately, it was like now harboring the weight of our expectations for having just done a bunch of shows that were not fulfilling or like didn't feel like they were like clicking the way we wanted. We're like, okay, but if we're like among our people, and if we can just get there, like that, it'll like refill the tank, you know? And like the bed bugs aren't going to be there, right?
We're only going to remember the comedy.
Yeah, and he'll get what a blackout is, or a runner. And it's like the other people didn't get it; they just couldn't hear it.
Oh no!
You know, so like, but we don't have time to tech, but we do like run on stage and do it, and like we're like adrenaline, right? Like because like we haven't been sleeping, we haven't been like consuming what the body needs to live. Just dreams and comedy and sleeping on the floor of places, including our hotel on purpose sometimes. But we got there and we did our bits and people did react positively, although not enough, if I could be honest.
Not worth it.
And I think that is like, it was like a very like eye-opening moment. And it had to do with like, not that the audience did anything wrong or like that we needed to be like especially funnier.
No, they were all bitches.
Yeah, you're right. And I wrote their names down.
Yeah. And here they are.
And now this is what this podcast is about. No, but I thought it felt like an awakening moment. I didn't leave that job to move to Chicago. So that's the last thing that I did basically before moving to Chicago. Like I decided I was like, I need to reevaluate how I'm learning as an artist, what I'm trying to do on my own, essentially, which like I'm very proud of a lot of what we did, including like we didn't have a director.
That's amazing that you were able to put that together.
Yeah, thanks.
I
ran the tech out of my pocket. Like I had like a little Bluetooth pen that I would like do the black outline and then like hit it like with my thumb, like subversively. And most of the time that worked with QLab.
Sure.
Oh, that gives me such panic to think about.
What if you get ahead of it? What if you get off by one?
Yeah, right.
We had such stupid naivety. Like I think about like what goes into like a tour that I'm a part of now. Like even just like getting a call sheet and I'm like, I rely on that. Like I'm like, we had to do so many things that I'm bad at or like all of us were bad at. It was a different time.
Wow.
But again, it taught me a lot. And this is an open part of the conversation or however we want to go about it, about I think like what felt quote unquote worth it and how I also like had painted a particular thing to have to be in order to like make that prediction, like to be like, well, will it be worth it to leave capitalism and get this? And like, what will that be like? What am I willing to risk for it? And I'm glad that I did it, but I'm also glad to then and now continue to listen closer to the voice that's saying sort of like, okay, like this is trying to wring something out of something that isn't necessarily going to produce it.
Right.
And that's like not a failing of anybody or anything, but is a reality that's worth acknowledging and sort of adapting to.
Well, I mean, you're sitting in a room of 4 people who built a little show, hoping people would listen to it, and are still kind of trying to figure out, where to go with that. It's. I think we've even talked about like touring always sounds like a lot of fun and traveling and stuff like that, but it's always becomes a nightmare so quickly. You know what I mean? Like there's always a million asterisks and things to figure out.
Right.
But the idea of like a road trip and a tour is so romantic, and so it feels like such an accomplishment, and it 100% is.
Sure.
And it's just the sort of thing. Nobody thinks about the little things like the deer in the road and the sleeping at airports and things like that.
Yeah.
I think we got to do a road trip musical.
I think so. I wrote down road trip here.
A road trip.
My only other idea was that story, but from the POV of the deer. And I think that'd be kind of a maybe downer / crime novel type vibe.
It's a Kill Bill.
Well, now wait a second.
No. Like there's been a big murder and like the deer is exploded and it's like just how that reverberates through the deer community. I feel like maybe that's not as funny as a road trip.
I think
musical.
it's too late. I don't think we could do road trip anymore. I think we have to do deer mystery.
Oh no!
Is there a way to do both somehow?
What if? Okay,
I don't want to overcomplicate.
I can't wait for us to get canceled for Murdeer the musical.
No, I think I've got. I think I know how we can fit these together.
Okay.
Obviously, we have to do a deer road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, obvious.
I want to follow the group of a group of young bucks as they journey across the country in a story that will end in one of the deer being hit by a group of sketch comedians.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
The darkest ending for anyone in all time.
I think this is the last 5 years or a merrily we roll along situation where we know where this is going, but boy, howdy, are we going to enjoy the ride.
And we don't know who exactly, right?
That's true.
You said one of them.
Did you say you hit the deer in West Virginia?
Hurricane, West Virginia.
Hurricane?
Yes, indeed.
It was called Hurricane?
I think so.
Oh, you're talking about Hurricane, West Virginia, deer capital of the USA.
I am indeed.
But we don't open there. No, in fact, I think we might end there. we open in sunny Hollywood, California, where we look into a small outcropping of forest. There's not much in Hollywood, but it's there, where we see 3 young deer. They're milling about, they're chewing on some grass.
Those deer. Eating some grass.
Those deer.
Driving, and who will they pass?
We're just a couple of bucks out here in LA, looking for a couple of ladies to lay. Can we get with someone, ooh, her? Has she seen her, the size of my big antlers? Those deer.
They're on a trip.
Those deer.
Where will they slip?
Those deer.
There are 5.
Those deer.
Will all 5 make it home alive?
Every single day in this city is samey. I don't wanna be known for being gamey, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be famey. If I can just find the right audience, and if I can just avoid getting ever hit, then I know that I'm going to kill on the road. Those deer.
They're young and they're bold.
Those deer.
They're paying their toll.
Those deer. They're on the same page. Those deer. They're looking for a stay. For a stay. Those deer. Hey, Bo, what you all dreamy and thinking about there? It's a sunny day here in LA, and I see you're just picking at the grass and thinking to yourself again.
Yeah, sorry. I was trapped in the reverie of nature's beauty, but also, I don't know.
Bo, you were thinking about being famous again.
Yeah,
weren't
okay.
you? Bo, who you kidding, huh?
Bo, you watch too much Disney Channel
Yeah, Bo.
between 2003 and 2013.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, Rudolph, huh? The last famous deer? Come on.
Who do you think you are, Hannah Montana?
Who do you think you are, Bambi, also a famous deer?
No, I wish I were any of those, but I'm not. I can't even follow their paths because there's only room for one of each of those iconic artists.
Hannah Montana was famously 2 people. You could do it. Are you secretly famous? If you are, you legally have to tell us.
Angela, I'm feeling like the 2 of you approached with a really interrogative attitude today. And I was indeed trapped in a reverie when you first came around. So I guess I'd like to ask what this is
I
about.
wish you were trapped in a ravine.
I'm just saying, look, we're messing with you for sure, but like, we believe in you, Bo.
No, you don't.
Bo.
No, I get what you're doing.
Bo, if we didn't believe in you, would we have gotten you tickets to play on stage at the Hurricane West Virginia Deer Fest?
They sell tickets to be a
perform?
performer?
Yeah, you got to pay. It's like an open stage thing. You got to pay to get out there. But it's your chance, Bo. We bought you these tickets. You're never going to make it here in LA. LA is for people. Hurricane West Virginia is for deers. It's where deers get famous. Just so we're all clear on the rules.
Okay, listen. I don't know if you're messing with me or not, but if you're being honest, that's the kindest thing anyone's ever done for me. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but I do dream, but I don't ever take action. And so, like, you taking that action on my behalf is like...
Yeah, we don't plan. We do.
And we bought these for you.
Well,
we paid. We got the bucks for it.
So what? I'm just going to be like a solo actor? Like, are you...
Hey.
You said tickets, plural.
Well, you're going on twice.
Oh, shit.
Well, we figured, you got to try out your act one time, and then you're going to go for the big stage,
I'll be my own encore.
That's right. And we'll be in the audience. The tickets to watch are free.
Okay, I thought maybe you'd want to perform with me, but I guess you don't.
We know your dream is to be a solo act.
Wow.
And our dream is just to have a good, fun time in our 20s. And watching our friend perform and Hurricane twice, I'll be clapping my hooves for that.
Well, as the oldest deer here, having the faith of two young bucks like yourself.
I'm a doe.
That's us.
Sorry, I meant that like in like the cool
like saying
what's
guys.
up, guys?
Yeah. No, I see that. I see that.
But having that, it really inspires me to give this all like another try.
Yeah? Say more about that.
It's time, Bo.
Greener fields, wider streams. My head is heavy with antlers, but heavier with dreams. I know that people look at a deer and they just see a game. But I know that by the end of this year, I'm gonna be the first deer to achieve fame.
Ooh.
10 points me.
Yeah.
10 points me. When they rate the scale of all of my comedy, it will be 10 points me.
Bo, don't you know that it's time to go get our good friend bro in a good road show? Yeah, it's time to leave. That you best believe that you are the best deer that I've ever seen.
10 points me.
10 points you. 10 points you.
But I know that it'll be 10 points new.
We believe in you.
We believe in Bo.
And honestly, at the end, we talked it over and we think it'd be super cool if we had a famous friend. 10 points you.
Thanks, friends.
We cross-dissolve to them walking across America. It's less of a road trip and more of a sort of crossing road trips. They're
Good, because all I had was a John Deere for them to ride on.
Oh, well, they can.
No.
All right.
They don't. They be walking.
They be walking. We see them step across quickly on roads, looking both ways, of course. These are smart deer. As they're making
pose,
their way.
Wait, no. They get out. They like pull over as in they walk inside. They like pose under different things. Every time there's a deer crossing sign, they like get out and take a selfie under it. They're like, that's us.
I feel like they definitely have their favorite stops along the way. Like they've at least gone a little ways away, right? So like there's like the point at which they switch from whatever the deer version of like In-N-Out is to like a Jack
it's called
in the
Dairy
Box.
Queen.
Absolutely.
Of course. There's a whole deer society that we don't know about. It's out there in the woods, off the road.
Who would go there?
No, only for deer.
Yes.
And as they're making their way through this, they end up at this. They're tired. They've been walking all day. They need some place to rest, and they come upon this odd little building in the middle of the woods. It says the Deer Motel, and it looks a little seedy. It looks a little unkept, but hey, you gotta sleep somewhere, right?
Stable.
Look, that's really good.
Thank you.
And they gotta stay somewhere. So they walk through, and there you see there's sort of like a bar area, sort of in the room. It's a bar and motel thing, a places for deer to gather, and there's some tough stags in there, let me tell you. They got big old antlers. They're muscular deer. These are wild deer, you know.
There's a stag do party happening at the bar.
Oh yeah, and things are getting it's an aggressive vibe for these 3 LA deer. You know what I mean? They go walking in, and the tough deer looks up. He goes, hey, what are you 3 doing in there, huh?
Oh my God, we're getting noticed already.
Maybe he recognizes us from that Herald team we did.
Yeah, and we like, I don't know, we've got to look. You know what I mean?
I can hear you.
Hey, yes.
I'll say you gotta look. Look at you. You're all California tan. This here's Oklahoma.
Okay, accurate.
Yeah.
Yes, so you have heard of us. Okay.
Countless
Yeah, I'm Bo,
for you,
I'm
dear.
here.
We're undeniable.
All right, enough of that.
I don't have
All right.
antlers, so I just bleached
All
my
right, we don't listen to
hair.
Katie Deary in this bar.
But you recognize
okay?
it on sight, hearing.
How could I not? I mean, she's kind of an international superstar.
We'll sign
you
anything.
seem like a big, tough deer. What's your name? And she looks closer at his name tag. Venison?
Yeah, Venison.
Yeah.
What, you got a problem with that?
No, it's a cool name.
And we watch as Venison goes up on 2 legs in the back, and he stands so
Oh.
tall, a broad, muscular deer chest. And he goes, I think it's time for you 3 to leave.
Jeez.
Well,
You come into my motel. You looking for a place to sleep, are you? Well, you're not going to find it here.
Hey, we weren't trying to make fun of you, dude. We're comedians. We're just joking. We're so sorry.
Comedians? We haven't had comedians here in some time.
Oh, Oklahoma has comedians, I'm sure.
Not at the Deer Motel.
Oh,
All right. Maybe I will let you 3 stay the night, but on one condition.
oh, please don't say make us laugh. Please don't say make
Make
us laugh.
us laugh.
Oh, God, Bo, what are we going to do?
well, we haven't researched the local ecology at all. We don't know what they're.
Yeah, you don't know anything about this area.
Yeah,
We don't
this
know
is gonna-
anything about
I'm the 3rd deer, and I'm
Oklahoma.
still here.
Yeah, nothing's gonna land if we don't know something specific about
I'm
them.
waiting.
Okay, let's think broad. Let's think evergreen. We've already burned a lot. So maybe okay. Looking for the perfect deer joke. Looking for the perfect deer joke. Looking for the perfect deer joke. And I'm choking.
It's been a real long day. It's nearly cut me in half, and here I am at work, trying to laugh. You better show me something new. Come on, kid. Show me what you can do.
Okay, so have you ever had this happen to you? You're just hanging around, looking around, thinking, oh shit, there's a bright light. What do you do?
I freeze.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Okay. No, that makes sense. That's good feedback.
Yeah, this guy, this white.
So-
Go ahead.
So what's the deal with all those big trucks?
I'm sorry, did you really just interrupt a woman for that
Oh,
one? Is
sorry,
that
I
really
just
what-
I heard
Oh, you
Not really.
pontificating.
That's,
you
this
care
might be
about that in
This might be a
Oklahoma?
tough bar, but we respect women here, okay?
No, Venison, that's awesome. No, thank you for the
You
feedback.
got
Hey.
one more chance here to make me laugh.
Sidebar, my LA dear friend. He didn't
Yeah?
say tell a joke. He said make him laugh.
Make me laugh.
You know, deer are really ticklish. I think if we all reach over the bar, look, he's standing up.
I'm
if we
standing
tickle
up.
his little fluffy exposed belly,
I'm so exposed and vulnerable right
let's
now.
see what happens. Don't plan.
Make me laugh.
Just do.
Okay, yep.
Make me laugh. You can say the night.
Wow. Angela, that was like so smart.
Thank you. Thanks.
And like, I froze. I don't know that I should be
You
the
froze
comedian.
like a. Never mind.
I just am thinking out loud here, but maybe the two of you believe in the wrong deer.
No chance.
No. I tickled a bartender.
You're
That
gonna-
sounds like a porno.
Bo,
That's not a joke.
the things that we've just accomplished just following you. We never would have tickled that bartender if not for you.
Okay. Well, I'll accept your encouragement. Just know you'll probably have to keep doing it a lot.
Hey,
We love you, man.
I really do believe in you.
Yeah. Okay. And I believe it now for at least a bit.
I think one day you're gonna step out there and the lights are gonna hit you just right, and in that moment you're gonna explode, Bo. You're gonna light up the night, and chunks of you are gonna go raining down on everybody.
I'll change
Metaphorical-
history.
Like
Yeah.
that Katy Deary song, Firework.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's you. I can picture you now in 1,000 pieces.
Wow.
You're gonna break the world, you know? Anything that tries to hit you is gonna be just totaled, wrecked. You'll be
Yeah.
unstoppable, immovable
This
for
is
just
them,
one singular moment.
They're up in their little room now, and they're all like tucked into the covers.
They're in
looking up
deer
at the-
pajamas.
Yeah, they're looking up at the stars. There's no ceiling. It's a stable.
They are covered in ticks. They don't know it.
Stoked. No, they're like, oh, sweet, bed bugs, and they have a late night snack.
Yeah, that makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. 'Cause sometimes I feel like a plastic bag. No matter where the world has seen this stag, I know that everybody's wanting me to succeed. And so I'm waiting to blow up. And if I blow up, it'll change the world. Everything that's inside of me will finally be unfurled. And if I blow up, if I can win, maybe I'll finally be comfortable in my own skin.
When you blow up, when you blow up,
every atom of you will erupt. When you blow up, when you blow up,
and you finally get to show the world your stuff.
I know that things will be different if other people have heard of it. All the comedy that's inside of me, I won't need so much encouragement. It's like I've got a bucket inside, and follow me, girls. But it's like that bucket's built for my self-esteem, but has a little hole when I blow up.
Your future screaming at you like a truck. When you blow up, when you blow up, I'm telling you, Bo, you are enough. And we will be there on the side of the road, and we will care. Your story unfolds, yeah, we will be there. We'll follow you to the end. We will be there for our singular friend. When you blow up, when you blow up,
I'll make you famous with me.
Aww. We cut to the weeks have gone by. The adventure has continued across America. Maybe even a montage, a la The Lion King, where they're walking past the sun. Yeah. But it's 3 deer just making their way.
Gaining a lot of carbohydrate weight as they do it, just because of what you have to eat on the road.
Oh, they're not eating well.
No.
They're
they're eating roadkill.
It's not. Things are not going well. They're looking a little bit rough. They're looking a little bit weather and worn.
But they're getting stronger.
Sure,
that's right. And
it's a mixed bag.
They find themselves in, let's say, Missouri. That feels like it's on the right path to get to West Virginia, right? Lily's doing math in her head. They're in Missouri.
Sure.
They're in Missouri. And what should they see there? But what's that on the other hill? Could it be 3 girl deer?
Bo, a deer. A female deer.
Angela, what? That would be a luminous experience.
Yeah, Angela, I'm just realizing you've been a girl this whole time.
Yeah.
We keep forgetting.
I'm a Tom Buck.
Oh, I get. Yeah,
I'm just one of the guys.
Yeah, no,
I'm still a dozo. Don't get me wrong, but like I hang out mostly with dudes. There's just more of them. Can we hang out with those girls? They're probably cool.
Yeah, they probably are. Honestly, like I just am going to make a pretty blanket statement here. I think that all of us can probably agree about how boy deer act and how girl deer act.
Yeah.
And it's this. I feel like girl deer are more nuanced in their appreciation of comedy. Okay, I said it, and I'm not actually regretting it.
No one's coming for you, dude. That's
Okay.
I don't think I know enough about this to say for sure. Say more about this.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking about it a lot because, again, like as a touring comedian now, I have to prioritize the reaction of the audience.
And we watch as the deer sit down around like a podcast table to talk about their views on comedy.
Cut to the female deer. Okay, so like I worked in a clean room, right? Which means like you get rid of all the like microbiomes. Speaking of which, can you chew further away from me?
What?
You're chewing so loud.
Oh, I didn't know you could hear me.
No, like I want to hear you. Like I want to hear this. Literally stop. People are stopping listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like in the moment feedback we think you need to hear.
Oh, sure, thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, like my work as an engineer, I just feel like it's been really fulfilling lately, and I just like wanted to celebrate that with you guys.
No, I'm so happy you told me that because also it gives me permission to tell you I'm not feeling fulfilled by it. I know we're both
literally
working.
stop.
She's got like a sippy cup, like a 7-Eleven cup. What are you guys talking about?
Listen, Bambette, I feel like you're not, I don't know how to put this, aware of yourself. Okay. Yeah,
so hold on. So you're not feeling fulfilled in like career wise?
Right, but I've been I'm pushing myself to feel it. I've been pushing myself because I'm like, oh, this job is hard to get. I should love it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of does in STEM.
Right, I know. And it's because, honestly, it's like in the media,
and it's like, it's are we boring you?
Sorry,
I fell asleep.
There's so many places to nap.
I fell asleep.
You got the whole forest, bitch.
Yeah,
we're having a conversation right now.
Sorry.
We're trying to pass the Bechdel test, and you're making me want to hoof my ears off.
All right,
you feel like a plant sometimes. I'm saying again,
and we love plants. We love plants.
Okay,
we are deer.
If you really love plants, why are you so mad at me for eating them earlier?
Look, our ears are so big. Yes. We can hear everything.
Have you not noticed how much mine's rotating on a full 360-degree axis every time you do that shit?
Well, not to break up your Bechdel test, but I've been hearing the boy deer over there this whole time.
Oh, neat.
We cut back to the boy deer. The boy deer.
They're probably talking about how cute we are, right?
Yeah, probably.
Just kidding. I know.
I mean, it seems like they notice this. One of their ears is going crazy.
Oh, that just means she's annoyed.
Did that one fall asleep? I think I love her.
I don't know. I'm nervous. Here's why. If I go and talk to them and they don't think we're cool, that's like our first empirical evidence that this whole project's gonna fail.
Oh,
well, like, what if we succeed though?
I don't know. I mean, they're the taste makers. Like, are we ready? Because like right now we're living in a Schrodinger's box where it could be true that we're gonna make this work. But if we find out for sure that they don't like it, I mean, that's game over.
If you want to know if you're good at something, you've got to impress the dough. If the dough don't like what you have to show, then, well, you've got to go. You see, the dough decide who lives or dies in the world of comedy. So if you want the dough to like you, Bo, then you've got to set you free. You've got to impress the dough. Impress the dough. Impress the dough. You gotta impress the dough. Impress the dough. Impress the dough.
See, I don't think they're talking about us. I think they're talking about something else. If you listen really closely, they're talking about comedy. Those boys, all about themselves. I'm trying to talk about STEM with my girls, but they got other stuff to say. Do you want to go meet them? Hey, don't fall asleep again. Hey!
Impress the does.
Impress the does. Impress the does. You gotta impress the does. Impress the does. Impress the does.
But if I try right now and I fail, then I am totally boned. Because when it comes to those female deers, you know their motherfucking ears are home. And so I'm not here to really try it. I'm not here to be a parent. But if I go there and I fail and they know that I'm bad, then all my failures are apparent.
Impress the dough. Impress the dough.
But what if I'm not impressed
impressive, though.
Impress the dough. Impress the dough. Oh, you are. You gotta know. The three of us have come so far, we can't leave it here. We can't be who we are. We gotta go and be somebody that they've never seen. The greatest stag deer that they've ever seen.
Yes, I also left. I don't think I have anything there left. And now that I'm also here about STEM, I want to establish that I'm that deer again. And so, oh God, are they approaching us right now?
Oh, here they come. Here they
my
come.
gosh.
Just
Oh, they're
ignore
so
them.
loud.
Hey.
Hey. And we see them impress the dough. We don't need to see the scene happen. We don't need to hear them come up with more deer jokes. It won't be fun for any of us.
They do a good job.
But from the point of view of like, if from a bird's eye view of this forest, you look down, those doe female deers, they're laughing.
They're laughing.
Yeah, they were reluctant and like annoyed that they got approached without intending to experience comedy in that moment.
Right.
But, I think that the deer that approached, they were like listening for where there was room, engaging. And
One of them did like a really killer joke about a clean room.
Oh, yeah. And it was great.
They said, oh, you like clean comedy. And she said, uh-huh.
And then they talked about Christianity for a while.
Yeah.
And it got, I don't know how to put it, spiritual, but not oppressive. And then, they moved on pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what Missouri meant to so many people who passed through, and even more to the deer. And as they continued their direct line to Hurricane, West Virginia, they reached the last stop before the big show in Hurricane even more West Virginia.
Wow. They say it's just like the real hurricane.
Yeah, they actually set the whole town up so we could do our tech here, and then we do the real show over there. So like,
Oh, in a different town.
yeah, this is like a complete mirror image.
I don't like that. I don't like doing tech in one room that's supposed to be set up for a different room. That feels like a lot of problems could
It's a
arise.
recipe for
Yeah,
Like
disaster.
the acoustics of the room alone.
Well, if it can make you feel better, it's like meticulously modeled to be identical.
Well, you
like
said
it's
it's
like,
mirrored though.
oh shit.
Are acoustics the same in a mirror?
I guess it'd just be like, why don't you just put your headphones on backwards and it should be the same.
Oh,
Okay.
the jokes will still be the same.
Yeah.
But-
Your punchlines are going to come before your setups.
What if we discover though that there's some like we didn't know this about sound, but like it's very important if you hear something slightly before in your right ear than your left ear.
Do you think commercializing what we love has made us take it too seriously?
Whoa.
Definitely not.
Okay, yeah, no, me neither.
Oh, okay. We're off that. All right.
Yeah, no, I guess okay. So maybe we don't do the like planning at all. Maybe we don't do the tech because I don't know, it would ruin it.
What, you just wing it? What, you're just gonna do the tech yourself live on stage?
Yeah, I guess here's my thinking. It's like we either do it now and we find out for sure it will or won't work, or we do it later and maybe it still will. I guess I don't know how to put this. There's like a hole in the bottom of my bucket when it comes to confidence. And no matter how many times you talk me up, it feels like I'm not going to succeed.
We got to plug that hole, man.
Okay?
I'm happy to lift you up as much as you need because you're my dear friend. And that was not even a joke.
No.
I mean that like DEAR, I love you, man. And I'm happy to keep encouraging you because I love you. But for your sake, we got to plug that
Hole.
Ember
Yeah,
effing
no.
What's it
hole.
gonna take to plug that hole, Bo?
I wish I knew. I guess, I don't know.
Don't say a girl.
That was so fast.
Don't say a girl.
I won't. And there was like zero chance that I specifically would have, but it felt
Oh, is there
too
something we don't know
fast.
about you, Bo?
No, I think you probably know it.
No, we're from
because-
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Two
and-
girls?
well, okay. You're not, no, it's farther actually. I think it's got to be parts work.
Say
What?
more.
Yeah. The hole in my bucket. You know what? You know what it could be?
What?
What?
And I'm just totally coming out of nowhere with this, but maybe I'm my own enemy. Maybe I've been hunting me.
What?
Ooh.
Maybe deep down it feels like the way to get strong is to tear the shit out of me. 0 points me.
No.
0 points me. And I should be embarrassed for even trying. 0 points me.
He's singing this into a mic, and the tech guy is like raising and lowering everything. He's like, "Sounds good, man."
And a crowd of mirrored people who will be there at the final show. Deer, I should say, not people, but we imagine they're deer. They're captivated.
But Bo's so into it, so like down, he sees none of it. None of the acceptance that's actually happening. Like, he is locked.
All right, I'm going to turn your gain up. Can you say something with a little more feeling?
I'm an embarrassment to my family and species.
How is this comedy?
Every single joke that I've ever tried to tell is a pile of deer feces.
I don't know, but I like it.
And I don't know what filled my head when I thought this will. The only thing that I've done on the road is take my ego to kill. 0 point me. 0 point me. What am I doing and why can't I see? 0 point me.
Okay, good job. That was your first performance from your ticket.
He's sobbing.
I would encourage you on that second ticket you bought to perform again when you do it in the real hurricane. This is a comedy show. I would rewrite your whole set.
He took off headphones just in time to hear, I would rewrite your whole set. I don't know that I got it in me. Thanks for trying, everybody.
Bo, did you not see all those people? They were waving lanterns with the lights like lighters with their little hooves. It's very uncomfortable for them to do that.
Yeah, because half of the other deer were just staring right at the lights.
They were
and
all
not
watching
moving.
it, yeah.
I didn't, sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bo, we gotta get you to the show.
Okay.
And it's just across that road.
Yeah.
Well then, I guess we'll just do the simple thing, which is...
I got a great joke for you, Bo. You can tell us on your set. Why did the deer cross the road? To finish this joke in the real theater. Let's go!
You've got this.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you the way. And the third deer sprints across the road and makes it safely across, looks back, goes, come on! It's totally cool over here. You gotta see it. It's the same thing, but mirrored.
Okay. Well, I guess that looks good.
Okay, I'll go too. I'll go, and then you can just follow it right behind, okay? Here I go. Angela gets hit by a truck!
She explodes everywhere. A car is totaled and spins out all over the road. Angela is smeared on the pavement.
In the eye of hurricane, there is quiet
Bo, what have you done?
for a moment.
Me?
Did you push her? I'm on the
No,
other side of the road. I
no.
didn't see what happened.
No, she said, watch this. Or something along those lines. No, I think she's still singing, though. Let's listen.
In the middle of Hurricane West Virginia.
Oh my God, it's just her head.
I am dying.
Oh my God.
My time to go. It will all have been worth it. All this crying. All the trying. Because of Bo. He will not mourn me. He won't get sad yet. He will get on stage. He will do that set. He will do that crowd. He will make them cry. You can do it, Bo. Just go on the other side.
Angela.
Angela.
Do it for Angela.
I'm going to take her spirit and show it to the world. And honestly, I guess that my hole will be filled by that girl.
Hell yeah, Bo.
And I know if there's one thing that will mean a lot to me, it's to carry on Angela's spirit through the art of sketch comedy.
Do it for Angela. She's just one of the guys. Do it for Angela.
I'm surrounded by flies.
Do it for Angela.
What could be funner?
Do it for Angela.
Than if her legacy were a blackout runner. And they did. And the Angela-centric content in that show was off the charts.
The crowd lost their minds, and Bo quickly escalated to fame and became the world's most famous deer.
By telling the story of a woman, this man, deer, was able to get the recognition and fame he always wanted.
And
Went on
Angela
talk
thought
shows.
That,
He
Angela
appeared-
thought that was so funny. She didn't even mind up in deer heaven.
And there, he went on David Letterdeer, which is the popular late night talk show, of course, of deer.
Not Deervid Letterman.
Oh, well, Letterman, Letterdeer. That's pretty.
They're
Deervid
rival
Letter,
shows. They're rival shows.
Deervid
I'll stop talking.
Letterdeer. And Bo made it all the way up to the top.
Yes, the top of the sketch comedy in the deer world.
It's huge.
Which
It's
brought him
huge.
right back to that bar they stopped in the first night with Venison, because now he was a touring comedian that they booked on purpose.
Venison built even a little, like, tiny, teeny stage in the corner, big enough for a stand-up comic.
Yes.
If it ain't Mr. Tickle, come get on in here, you knucklehead. Give me a tickle.
Okay, yep, I guess yeah, weirdly, this was easier. Angela would have loved that. I should tell you, sorry, the deer that tickled you first, she died.
I know. I've seen all your sketches are about it. They're hilarious.
Oh, good. You're a fan. You know
all
me
your
now.
sketches are about
Wow.
that time your friend got obliterated by a car.
Yeah, I'll never move on, and also it's lucrative not to.
Hey, we got a line around the block. All waiting to see you, Bo.
Her line was around the block when she got hit.
There he goes again.
Sorry,
Funny
I
man.
gotta save it.
Funny man with the
Yeah,
dead
she
Angela
died. It was
joke.
horrifying. Well, thanks for having me back, but having famous me, the me that's fulfilled, the me that, I don't know how to put it, the other me always wanted to be and should feel ashamed for not having been.
Hey, when Bo goes on tour, you book Bo. I don't care what kind of trauma you've been through.
Thanks. Bo does a really reductive but successful sketch and continues to sort of trend in that direction. And does, it works. And he doesn't have to think too hard about it, but secretly down inside every now and again, he's like, what would it have been like to have other people along for the trip, Not just the going there, but like the life of it, And the comedy of it.
It's a lonely world.
And the performing of it.
Yeah. And as Bo is now old, years have gone by,
Mhm.
he's made so much deer money. He goes back to where Angela died. He visits that road between West Virginia and even more West Virginia.
Hmm.
Someone's granddad has scooped her up long, long ago.
Yes.
But you can still see, is the road a little discolored there?
Yeah.
Is it maybe a,
Trick of the light. No.
who's to say? But Bo stands there in the middle of the road. And he remembers.
And in that moment, one more van.
And third deer made it out fine.
Yeah, third deer had a great time.
Nameless third
Third
deer.
deer. Yay! Oh, that was so much fun.
Oh
was
my
amazing.
gosh, that was so
a real
fun.
rags to riches.
That is the end
Wow.
of the story, but it's not the total end of the musical.
No.
There's speaking of being your own encore. Is that what you said?
I did. at
We
some
got
point.
one more song. We like to give it to the most charm character we have. If you're a comedian, a charm character, a charm scene, it's like they don't really matter a whole lot. They're just there for fun, but we like to highlight them and give them one extra song. So Dave, was there any character in this musical that you think deserves just one more song?
Absolutely. And it's the stem doe. I want to hear
Stem-
more
stem
about,
doe.
the stem doe. And like she was fulfilled with this engineering role. I want to know more about how things turned out for her or her point of view.
I'm going to need you to give me some
Great.
engineering terminology that I can use.
Okay. So I only did what
I'm pretty good at ST&M. Don't know a whole lot about
You're
the E.
Great.
I'm so glad I don't have to be in this one.
I'm going to condense this part of the storytelling that I'll just get to. I only spent one summer at the lab in Purdue to know enough that I didn't want to do that specific engineering research on carbon nanotubes forever.
Start.
So here's what I'll say.
What
I remember.
Carbon nanotubes.
If you touch hydrofluoric acid, it feels like water, but it will rip the calcium out of your bones. And it is a huge deal because we worked with it at all. If you put your hand in something wet and you didn't know what it was or why, you had to do this whole bath and give yourself this huge shot. I never had to do it, but just know that's the thing that stuck with me the most was hydrofluoric acid will rip the calcium from your bones. You won't feel it at first, but 30 minutes later, you will wish for death in ways you won't actually get it, but you will die.
Do you know what else rips calcium from your bones? Not a lot of people or even deers know. It sounds oh so crazy, but I shit you not, being pregnant with a baby. If you don't have enough calcium getting to the fetus, it will rip calcium all out of your teeth. That's true, your teeth can fall out. It's true when you have a baby growing in you. I won't be flaccid. I got a baby hydrofluoric acid. Don't interrupt me, male deer. I won't be flaccid. It's like I'm pregnant with hydrofluoric acid. You were right what you said when you did call women and female deer. They can have it all. You can be a scientist working so long, and then you go home and you can still be a mom, but you got no teeth because the baby stole your teeth. You're like, was it worth it? Now my mouth is weak, and that's the science. Even though it is rude, I feel like I've been stretched thin like a carbon nanotube. That's all I got. That's
But you got no teeth.
And just know, yes, every time I interrupted you was a character choice on purpose. Yes.
No, I was being a dick.
No,
That
thanks.
was fun.
No.
That was fun. Hey, this was so fun.
Thank
you,
for
everybody.
having me.
I know. Don't mansplain the podcast to me, Austin.
They can't see that I
Sitting across
gestured.
from me. If I died, I hope he would make successful comedy about it. It's Austin Packer.
Oh, and she's got no teeth. It's Lily Ludwig.
He's a real dear. It's Sam Scheidler on the keys.
And one day he'll be famous in West Virginia. It's Kristen on the drums.
Woo-hoo. But of course, we could not have done any of this without our fabulous, charming guest, Dave Lyzenga.
Having me.
Dave, did you have fun?
Yes, and I feel like this is therapy adjacent, which is my favorite kind of fun.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
What
my
else
favorite
is
kind of
improv
therapy.
for? Yeah.
No, really.
Dave, if people, and I'm sure they do, if they want to see more of you, hear more of you, where can they go? What can they follow?
Yes, you can search my name, Dave Lyzenga, Lyzenga. I do have a few handles places with that. I post maybe once a year on any one of them, but
Ooh.
they're usually good posts. So
Very
feel
well
free
thought
to
out. You
follow.
worked the whole year for
Yeah.
it.
Quality
And
over
it's been a
quantity.
while, yeah.
I love it.
But you can see me, like you said, I'll occasionally be touring right now for Second City's Green Coat, or I do a show in Grand Rapids, Michigan once a month, usually called Pop Scholars. You can see me there. It's a short form show
Cool.
that's to act in the spirit of unusual structure of comedy.
Cool.
And obviously with Hamilton and Baby and all that stuff. So thanks. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much
Hell
for joining
yeah.
us.
Cool.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having
Yeah.
me. You're a dears.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It sounds like it's so fun that you perform all over because we're always pitching Chicago stuff, but it's great to have other shows that we can
Yeah,
pitch,
if you
so-
don't live in Chicago, Dave might be coming to your city next.
And to all of
true.
our Grand Rapids listeners, what up,
Yes.
Michigan?
the AI algorithm will maybe pick that up and then push it to them.
There we go. Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Where to buy things? Grand Rapid, Michigan hotel near me.
Things to do in Grand Rapids.
Thai food, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grandfather DNR pickup roadkill.
Funny Chicago podcast charm scene. That's
For
right.
you page.
If you're not seeing a live show in Grand Rapids, Michigan, keep on listening to Charm Scene. We put out new episodes every single Tuesday. You can learn more at Charm Scene Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and more. Give us a search, tell your friends, and spread the good word of Charm Scene. Thank you again once more time to the incredible Dave Lyzenga for joining us. We've wanted you on for so long. Thank you to Lily. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to me. And until next time,
you just got charmed. All right, let's do this.
Well, it's not in the recording. Who cares?
fine.